Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Welcome to my page. My name is Alison. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve. Every Wednesday, I do this live Q&A at approximately 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm here in New York City, so it's 5 p.m. Eastern, where folks are able to submit their questions in advance so that there is law and order. I'm a big Law and Order fan in life and the show. So this is what it looks like. So Tuesday around 5 p.m. I post this story. See this green story? I post it in my stories. And then folks have 24 hours to then input their questions in that box. If you DM it to me, I will not see it. I am inundated with DMs and it's disorganized. But if you ever posted a story, you know it's very easy. All you gotta do is swipe up and all of the questions are there outlined. As a former educator, I need that level of organization in my life. So again, if you are interested in me answering your question for free, then you need to submit your question in advance. It is too late for this week. In advance, you have 24 hours to put it in this story. You can wait till next week, or if you cannot wait or you need some individual time, effort, energy, you'll click the link in my bio and you will book a session if you would like, okay? If you are new to my page, I want to welcome you to the land of love. Please let me know who you are and where you are from so that I can welcome you appropriately. Thank you for joining Brown Skin Beauty. Thank you for joining Not Your Business. Wellness with Nakai. I think I got that right. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Lady K. She called me beautiful. I appreciate that. Shamaya, hello. The Happy Center. Welcome, welcome. Please go ahead and share this live with anyone who you think can benefit. First Class, Life with, is it Shaista? I hope I got that right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, friend. Yes, let's get into some things. Hi, Jojo. How are you? Let us jump in because we now have 45 minutes together until my next group session. Okay. So let us get into it. Let us get into it. Let us get into it. And then as you introduce yourself, then I will also just jump in and thank you for joining. So thank you, Nini from Cleveland. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Anybody else? Nobody else? Hey, Tiff, I know I'm supposed to have a delivery for you, but it's raining, girl. So maybe you can meet me in Canarsie. Love you. All right. So first question. How to get over someone I broke up with. We work together, cannot do out of sight, out of mind. How do I get over someone I broke up with? We work together, can't do out of sight, out of mind. This is an excellent question because my answer is always out of sight, out of mind. What do I always say? Click the link in my bio, download the ebook. It's going to tell you different ways to do out of sight, out of mind. I'm going to tell you, click the link in my bio. You're going to download the training and it's going to give you different ways of out of sight, out of mind. But if you work with this person, right, then out of sight, out of mind is not going to be practical because you're going to be seeing them throughout your shift. It's unavoidable. So the first thing that we're going to do, which we don't cry over spilt milk, but this is for others before we get to your particular thing, is to be very mindful about dating people on the job. Because if it doesn't work out, and in most cases it doesn't, and this is not me being a negative Nancy, even look at the happiest couples of all time. The happiest loving couples of all time went through breakups with other people before then, right? So if you've had 6 relationships in your life, and you are now married or you're in a committed long-term relationship and you're super happy right now, that means 5 out of 6 of your relationships have failed. That means more relationships than not will fail. So we need to be very mindful about perhaps, what is the expression? Not eating where you shit. That's everybody else. You already in that circumstance, so I'm not here to bash you to make you feel bad. You already did it. You done ate where you shit, and now this is where we are. So what do you do in this particular instance? All right, so this is my advice to you. Number 1, depending on how heartbroken you are, like if you cannot function at work because you are seeing this person's face, you are interacting with them so much like you just cannot even function at work, then I would find a way to work elsewhere. Now that might sound dramatic and ridiculous, but I'm telling you, if you can't function at work, you can't function. You can't make them leave. You don't want to get let go. So if that means a transfer, a department, a promotion, some kind of move and groove that might also help you to win, then you may want to consider that. If you just cannot function at work, then you need to go to a place where you can function. But what I'll tell you in most cases is that time will pass. Like, you, relatively speaking, will be okay. So it may just be an issue if you're going to have to grit your teeth. You're going to have to suck it up. You're going to have to push through while you're at work. And within weeks to months, you will be over it. And you may not be a fan of them. But most people on the job have folks that they're not fans of, and they're all right. They can deal. Okay? I would also consider to get back on the dating scene. I don't want to say you get over someone. What's the expression? The best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. I don't want to say that because I think that perpetuates irresponsible behavior, and then now you're putting somebody else in your mess who doesn't deserve it. However, if you are distracted, generally speaking, then you will be in a position to move on faster. So again, if you are distraught, and if we're talking about distraught, then this should be like your whole husband. Like, we should, like, right? Like, we're distraught over a boyfriend. No disrespect to the boyfriends and the girlfriends, but we distraught. Like, if you are distraught, you cannot function at work, then you need to go to a place where you can function. Sorry. And next time, don't date people on your job. But if we're talking about you don't like it, like, mad people don't like people on their job. You be alright too, and every day it'll get easier. Okay? Next question. First date and he wants to take me to an event with him. First date alone or go to the event? First date and he wants to take me to an event with him. First date alone or go to the event? Go to the blasted event. And the reason why I'm reacting so strongly, y'all, is because there's someone who texts me. She wasn't supposed to, and I let her rock. She texts me for some advice, right? And she said, oh, there's a guy who wants to take her out on a date, and she wants to go to a fancy restaurant, and she wants to dress up. And he just said, oh, let's just go to a nice bar in the city, and should I go? I said, girl, get dressed and go on the damn date. She texted me back, and she said, oh, my God, I had such an amazing time. Thank you so much for your advice. We be putting so much emphasis on if a man is not planning this quality date and spending X amount of dollars on our first date, then that means that he don't like me. Where are we getting this from? I'm not saying that we're doing Netflix and chill. We are not doing Netflix and chill. I am not going to a man's house. And I'm just not, like, I mean, I could paint the whole picture for y'all, but I think we all adults here. Like, I'm just not going to men's house. I'm not doing that, right? For my own safety and because we're not doing nothing and I don't want no miscommunications here. However, it does not have to be an entire idea of if the first date he not spending hundreds of dollars, then he must not like me. If you subscribe to my advice, which is that you should be multi-dating, you should be going out with more than one person because dating is data and you're gathering information and you're assessing to see whether or not someone is a good fit. If you subscribe to that, because you may not, and if you're single and you're following me and you're not, maybe that's why I love you, but right, listen to me because I know what I'm doing. Right? If you subscribe to that, then that means gentlemen should be doing the same thing. So you expect men to be spending hundreds of dollars on first dates over and over and over and over again. Is that practical? It's not practical, y'all. And don't talk to me about high value if he make at least $100,000. No, that's not practical. I'm not saying that we're doing Netflix and chill. We're not doing bum ass dates. I'm not saying that, right? We're not doing free dates necessarily either. But this expectation that everything has to be swept off your feet is impractical. If you like the nature of the event, go to the event. If the event is a basketball game, if the event is golf, if the event is a concert, if you like what the event is about and you would go under normal circumstances, then go. All of this pressure that we're putting on, if he's not planning this, it's a first date. Just like we would be annoyed if he expected sex from us on the first date. That'd be quite annoying, right? So if we are annoyed about these expectations, Tiffany keeps asking about the kind of event. Tiffany, I don't care unless it's something that's like ridiculous. If it's an event that you would have gone to for a third date or a fifth date, if it's an event of that interests you in general, go on a blasted date. It's not, we're putting way too much into this. And the point that I was making before Tiffany distracted me was that if he expected sex on the first date, we'd be outraged. I don't know you yet, so I don't know you yet, so I shouldn't be having sex with you. It's not the equivalent to I don't know you yet, so I shouldn't be spending hundreds of dollars. Tiffany, leave me alone with this family barbecue. I don't know what kind of event it was, right? I don't care. I mean, I don't know why anybody be introducing me to their family on a first date. That's a little weird. But she doesn't seem to have a problem with the event. Her issue is privacy versus a group. Go on a damn date. It's not a big deal, okay? How do you express to a close friend that you may be interested? How do you express to a close friend that you may be interested? You say, hey, close friend, look, you single, I'm single. Have you ever thought about us doing our thing together? Like, it don't have to be that hard, right? Like, if you have a close friend and you think that you're romantically interested in them and you think that there may be a chance. Now, I'm not shooting my shot willy-nilly. If this gentleman has never given me the slightest inclination that he thought that I was attractive, then I'm not shooting my shot, right? Like, I'm just telling y'all, that's just the nature, of what I feel. But if you're getting the inclination that this gentleman might be romantically interested in you, then just say, hey, I'm single, you single. Have you ever thought about us giving it a go? He'll say, yes, I've thought about it, but I don't want to ruin a good thing, aka he dubbed you. He's going to say, yes, I thought about it, but I was afraid to approach you. Then y'all could talk about going on the first romantic date. He said, no, I never thought about it, and I'm still not thinking about it. Then he dubbed you. Like, it's not that hard. But you should have some kind of inclination whether or not your friend would have been romantically interested in you. Do they compliment you? Are they flirtatious? Have they said things to you in passing? Like, I don't know what that dude is doing, because if I had a woman like you, like, has he given you any kind of inclination? If he's giving you an inclination, then, and now you've realized he's someone that you want to give a chance on, then reach out. Other than that, it ain't hard. I'm single, you're single. Have you ever thought about us blank? That's what I would do. I don't know how to signal. Okay. I don't know how to signal a man to approach me when he's clearly interested. Do I wink or smile? Smile. You can smile. I don't know about winks. Winks are, I think that might be like from the 80s, right? Hi, Robin from Chicago. Welcome. How do you signal to a man to approach you? You can smile. I think it's important that we're warm, right? You have to be warm. You have to be welcoming. So if you have, just to move the weave, right? Your chest is open. You're smiling. You're warm. It gives folks the impression that you are willing to speak to them if you come over. But if you got your New York City and you got your attitude and your arms is crossed and you on the phone and you looking angry and like ain't nobody, I was going to correct it, but I ain't going to correct it for y'all. Ain't nobody's going to want to approach that. I mean, unless you like your man a little bit rough, they might like that too. But be warm, be welcoming. I don't know about a wink. I don't even know if I could do a wink. I probably would look stupid, right? And then he will approach. Warm and welcoming. Warm and welcoming. That's how you do it, okay? Says he's not ready for a relationship, yet behaves like he's in one. What is that? Him playing in your face and you allowing it? That's what it is. Says he's not ready for a relationship, yet he behaves like he's in one. What is that? He's playing in your face and you are allowing it. This is the perfect setup for a situationship. And then 6 months, 8 months, 1 year down the line, after this gentleman has made it abundantly clear that he is not, quote unquote, ready for a relationship, you're going to call him out on something. You're going to hold him accountable for something. You're going to have an expectation for something, and he's going to say the classic line that's going to piss you off, which is, you're not my girl anyway. And why are you pissed off? I don't know, because he told you 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever ago, that he wasn't ready for a relationship. Do not allow this person to play games with you. Man, woman, I don't care what their gender identity is. Do not allow people to play games. I don't care about how you behave. The words have to match the actions. I need both parts. I need we are together as well as the behavior, because it's going to come back, it's going to bite you in the ass later, and then you're going to be mad, and then it's going to be, oh, all these dudes ain't ish. No, no, no. Listen when people talk to you. The man said he's not ready. You want to commit a relationship, I presume, and that's why you asked me the question. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, I respect the fact that you're not ready, but what I'm looking for is a committed relationship, so I think it's best that we both move on. That's what you're going to say. And what he going to say? He going to be mad? We don't care. He said he's not ready, he's not ready. We respect it and we move on accordingly. And that's it. Let him go. And when he tries to come back again, you're going to say, look, you are not what I'm looking for. I'm not what you're looking for. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm not going to do is subject myself to get played. And then when you find out when he with the next woman, then it's a problem. It can't be a problem because the man done told you. So you're going to respect it and you're going to move on accordingly. Okay? Man cheated twice within 3 years that you know of. Man cheated twice within 3 years and refused to block one of the women on social media. Advice for his girlfriend. So I assume maybe this is the friend that's speaking on her friend's behalf. Man cheated twice within 3 years and refused to block one of the women on social media. Advice for his girlfriend. That is not your man. That is y'all man. Because guess what? When someone is caught cheating, when they are caught, they are subjected to whatever rules and regulation the other person has put them under. And I know we might not like it, right? But that's what it is. So if there is a couple and one of them, and this is without therapy, I'm talking about this is reality, right? Like where I'm not talking about with professional intervention. In reality, when you have a couple and one person cheats on the other and they get caught, then guess what? Everything I tell you to do in order to earn back my trust, you are subjected to. That means coming home early. That means answering every phone call and text message. That means unfriending people and blocking people. You need to suck it up because you played me. And so in order to get me back in your good graces and to get out of the doghouse, then that is going to be the requirement. That's how relationships function. That's what happens, right? So if you're telling this man that, yo, you cheated on me with this woman, you got to block her, and he's not willing, what kind of foolishness is that? He should be thankful that you've forgiven him, right? So he's not even thankful enough to block the woman. That means he's still intent on engaging with this woman, which means you need to move on immediately. Immediately. Now, perhaps you should have moved on immediately before the cheat 2 times in the last 3 years, right? Thank you, guys. My hair look all right. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Dropped a lot since this morning. Perhaps you shouldn't have even given him the second chance, the third chance, or whatever other chance. But we're not there yet, right? Like, we don't cry over spilt milk. We're talking about the circumstances that are at hand. If he is unwilling to block this woman, that means he still intends to engage with this woman. Because there should be no skin off his back to try to get back into your good graces to do whatever the hell you told him to do, which includes the block. Okay? So, guess what? He's not serious. He's playing games with you, just like the other woman. He's playing games in your face, and it is in your best interest to move on accordingly. Sorry, y'all. My phone 20% froze. Okay. Can a LTR, when I read this earlier, I figured out what that meant. Long-term relationship. Can a long-term relationship work if you're not as attracted, but you want to try to place value on other attributes? Can a long-term relationship work if you're not as attracted, but you want to try to place value on other attributes? So can it? Yes. So you guys ask me these questions. I don't know if I'm just being an ass as a former teacher. Like, can it work? Yes. Like anything can work. Can it work? Yes. I would like to know, when we say not as attracted, what exactly are we talking about here? Like, do you think that this person is ugmug? Do you think that there's room for improvement and the person's working towards it? Like, when we say not as attracted, I think it is important that you are attracted to your partner. Now, as we get older, it may not be as valued, right? Like, like, is Andrew really going to care about the fact that when I'm 80, my titties are going to be to my knees? I don't think he's really going to care, right? Like, when you're older, those things don't matter as much. But as long as you are in those 20s, 30s, 40s, the attraction is important. And to try to build a relationship with someone that you are not attracted to, I don't think is a good move. You said as attracted. I would need to know, what exactly are we talking about here? Again, are we talking about somebody who's a gargoyle? Are we talking about somebody who you can nip and tuck, like he could lose 20 pounds, you could change his fashion up? Like, what are we talking about here? Or are you talking, like, is it someone who's not necessarily your type, but they are good looking? Depending on what we're talking about here, that's going to vary the answer. Relatively speaking, if you think that this person is unattractive, I would not make an effort to date them. And I know that that's very terrible and very shallow. It is the truth. And that's why y'all love me. My name is Alison. I'm a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with singles to help them find the love and commitment that they deserve. Every Wednesday, we do this live Q&A at approximately 5 p.m. Eastern. How it works is that Tuesday at 5 p.m.-ish, I post this story. It says 24 hours before I go live, I post this story for you to enter your question in the box. If it does not fit in the box, make it happen. I will not read from my DMs. I love y'all. I need organization. We stay on for about an hour. I answer as many questions as I can. If I don't get to your question, I'm so sorry. There's only one of me, and there's about 24 of y'all who are inquiring. So you can ask your question next week to get it answered for free, or you can click the link in my bio and you can book a session where it is just us. Okay? Okay. What would you say is the best dating advice for a woman who is in her early 30s? Thank you, Tyrone. He says, my favorite time of day. What would you say is the best dating advice for a woman who's in her early 30s? My best piece of advice for you would be to click the link in my bio, and you're going to register for the live training, The Partner You Deserve, that I will be hosting tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Live, free training via Zoom. You're going to click the link in my bio because my answer is going to take me an hour, and we don't have an hour together. But we will have over an hour together tomorrow via Zoom for the free live training, The Partner You Deserve. Click the link in my bio and register for it. If you are on my text list, I text you the link. And if you're on my email list, I emailed you the link. There is no excuse. It's on Zoom. So you're going to play it in the background as you cook. You play it in the background as you drive home. You will listen up and you will hear all of the amazing free advice I have to offer via Zoom tomorrow live. And that's it. Okay? When should you start dating after a breakup? I'm 36 and I'll be ending my current relationship shortly. When should you start dating after a breakup? I'm 36 and I'll be ending my current relationship shortly. So first of all, you need to end it, right? Like, you're ending it shortly. Is that today? Is that tomorrow? Is that next week? Like, you should not be on the dating scene as someone who is not in a committed relationship. Sorry. Did I say that right? Because I got distracted because someone requested to join my live. And I don't know why. I love you, though. You should not be starting to date unless your current relationship is over. So that's going to be a basic, right? Like, is it clear to this other person that you're seeing that it's over? Good. Now that it's clear to this other person, do you feel prepared? There's no rhyme and reason. And I know that I've become infamous for putting times and dates on stuff. It's all right, Jakia, for putting times and dates on stuff. But come on, like, there is no rhyme or reason. When should you? Or if you're prepared next week, then jump. If you're prepared next month, then jump. If you feel like perhaps you need some sessions with a therapist because you were heartbroken and you don't want to bring that baggage into your new relationship, then jump. If you feel like you need some notes on how to navigate dating successfully, so you want to check out the free training, That is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Click the link in my bio to register, or check out old lives, or book a paid session with me or anybody else. Then jump. There's no hard and fast rule. I can't tell you that. When should you start dating after your breakup? Number one, you need to be broken up. And number two is when you're ready. If you feel emotionally prepared, if you feel like you have something to add to someone so that you can have a valuable relationship on both sides, if you feel like you can get into this thing without doing false comparisons, without holding someone accountable for things that they have not even done to you, if you feel prepared, then go. I'm not concerned if someone says, oh, you dating somebody after a week, or you must have been dealing with him, you must have been dealing with her. Pish Tosh, who cares? I don't care. Your opinion is over. I don't care about your opinion. It's over. Oh, how you move on so quick? You must have been dealing with him. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, well. We're not together, so I am not concerned about your opinion. Your opinion does not pay my rent. Your opinion does not drive my ability to build a healthy relationship moving forward, which is what you deserve. So you jump when you're ready to jump. But one thing you're not going to do is cheat on this person. And by cheating, I mean not ending this relationship clear as day. I don't care if you feel like it's over. I see some folks saying it's already over emotionally. Sure. But if the other person don't know you're cheating, and that ain't right. End the relationship, then jump whenever you're ready to jump. Sexual relationship with one guy, met his friend. The friend wants to take me out. Should I go? Sexual relationship with one guy, met his friend. The friend wants to take me out. Should I go? Should I go? Does the friend, the second friend, the one who wants to take you out, does he know that you had a sexual relationship with the first friend? I'm going to say guy. I'm being presumptuous until I apologize, but switch it out however you see fit. Does the first guy, oh, you just say guy. Okay, good. Does the second guy know that you slept with the first guy? If the second guy is aware that you slept with the first guy, if you want to go out, go out. I wouldn't. I think it's too muddy. I think that there's too many men and people out in the world, but would it be the end of the world if everybody's aware and everybody's okay? Then okay. If he's not aware, then it's an absolute no. Absolute no. And I'm also not telling you because I don't want to tell you about my sexual business. I think it's in your best interest to avoid this altogether, but I could imagine maybe if you really like guy number two, then da-da-da-da. Now, my concern is guy number two interested in you because guy number one told him already about the sex. The sex was good. The sex was easy. The sex was whatever. Is guy number two interested in you because he knows about the sexcapade with guy number one? If that's and see, this is why it's just best that you just step away. Okay, there's enough. There's enough fish in the pond. There is enough fish in the pond. Just forget it. Forget the whole thing. Okay? Yeah, somebody said he probably wants to turn. When he drops the bomb that he doesn't see a future with you, do you cut all ties? Yes. When he drops the bomb that he doesn't see a future with you, do you cut all ties? Yes. Why are you keeping ties? What ties we need to keep? What ties we need to keep? You want to remain friends? I don't need to keep no ties with you. We've been dating, and I know this person. We've been dating for a significant period of time. So when she says he drops a bomb, this is a bomb. Because when I read it, the bomb was dropped on me. Okay? He dropped the bomb that he doesn't see a future with you anymore. For whatever reason. So then you don't get the benefit of having me in your life. You don't get that benefit, whatever that benefit is. The benefit doesn't have to be financial. It doesn't have to be sexual. It could be helpful. It could be supportive. You don't get the benefit of me. You don't get the benefit of this in your life. I've been dating you for a significant period of time. And again, I know the context behind this person. Not my client, by the way, but I know the context. we've been dating for a significant period of time. I was under one impression. You're giving me another impression. And then you think you're going to have access to me and on any level? You are a dub. Goodbye, sir. You are a dub. Goodbye, sir. Okay? Thank you for those who are saying I'm glowing. I think I'll be making that up. I think we just tell pregnant people that to make them feel good, but I'll take it. Thank you. He's a dub. Goodbye. He gets no benefits. Okay? How do I trust myself to choose better after choosing a toxic man previously? How do I trust myself to choose better after choosing a toxic man previously? I'm going to give you that entire answer tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for the free training, The Partner You Deserve. It is via Zoom. You're going to click the link in my bio. You are going to register for the training. I already sent you the link if you're on my text list. I already sent you the link if you're on my email list, because this answer I cannot give you in 16 minutes, and I have a session in 16 minutes. Okay? So how do you trust yourself to choose better? You're going to click the link in the bio, and that is going to assist you. And if that's not enough, which is A-okay, then perhaps you may want to consider seeing a therapist. We have an amazing therapist who is here in the live. I am Taylor Chandler. Can you throw up some fire emojis, some kind of emoji, so we know that you're in the building? So after you hear from me and we do our little consult together for free tomorrow. If you feel like that answer does not give you enough substance, then perhaps you need something else, which is A-okay. And you reach out, there she goes, and then you're going to reach out and you're going to get some support. It doesn't have to be from Taylor, it doesn't have to be from me, but someone that you trust, that seems like that they've been giving you value all this time, that can give you next steps. Click the link in my bio, okay? Come on, y'all. I love y'all, but yeah, I don't know what y'all be doing to me. 6 months later, he confessed that he's married with a kid. I have feelings for him. What do I do? What do you mean? Y'all do this to rile me up. Y'all just do this to rile me up. Like, y'all not for real. I love you. I love you. And so I'm saying this out of love. Y'all are not for real. Y'all are just throwing out stuff because you want to see me get... Why y'all trying to get the pregnant lady mad? Why y'all doing this to me? Why are y'all doing this to me? Okay? You know what to do. The man is married with a child. It's over. It is over. And can I tell you that I'm thankful that he told you within 6 months, because it could have been 8 months, it could have been 10 months, it could have been 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 5 years, depending on the circumstances. He could have lived a whole life with 2 different women. So on the low, I am thankful that you found out within 6 months. He confessed this. You didn't even find out. He told you, okay? He told you within the 6 months. I'm going to be thankful. Thank God. The 6 months he told me, I'm Audi 5000, right? I'm thankful, okay? 6 months later, he confessed that he's married with a child. I have feelings for him. Your feelings don't matter because he doesn't care about your feelings, because he's a selfish bastard who's cheating on his wife and denying his own child. Mary J. Blige says, how could you deny your own flesh and blood? Sorry, y'all. I need to put my phone in the charger because it's going to die and I'm going to be sad. Okay? Sorry, wife. And I say this as a wife. Sorry, wife. He denied his own flesh and blood. And this is not like a beating up on a man thing. A man, woman, I don't care, right? In this particular case, we're talking about a man, though. What do? You leave the man alone. You leave the man alone. You get back on the dating scene when you're prepared to do so. If you need to seek support from a professional to deal with these emotions in any kind of way, then you do that. If not, you get back on the dating scene, you get right back on the bike, you dust yourself off, like Aaliyah said, you try again. Ain't nothing to do. What else is there to do? What is the alternative? What other options do we have here? He's a married man with a child. What to do? What you're going to do, as Taylor said, is you're going to join the Zoom and you're going to learn how to navigate dating successfully for free from me for an entire hour tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, by clicking the link on the bio. I don't care about the feelings. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, Tiff. I don't care about the feel. Who care about your feelings? What about his wife feelings? What about his child feelings? He ain't got no feelings. He don't care about nobody or nothing but himself. He's selfish and nasty. I don't care. Goodbye. Goodbye to sir, not goodbye to you. You gonna come to me tomorrow on the Zoom, okay? We're gonna work it out. What to do when a guy says he just wants to go with the flow? He is wasting your time. You are not going with any flow. I don't care who on here. I know it's somebody who's on here that I highly respect and he disagrees with me in my comments all the time. And you could talk if you want to talk because you here. I ain't going to call your name. We are not going with anybody's flow. When I go on a job interview and I ask them, how much does the position pay? Oh, we'll see. We're going to go with the flow. You wouldn't accept that. You wouldn't book a flight and just take me anywhere. I'm going to just go with the flow. Who functions in society on flows? I'm not going to function in my romantic life with flows. Everything that I do is intentional. Maybe the nail lady. Do whatever design you want. Choose whatever color you like. Even not me, but I can imagine it. That's not outrageous, right? Maybe. I did go to a hairstylist and say, I don't really care. You could do a bun that's up or down, a ponytail, right? I'm not flowing with anything. I don't flow. Everything is planned. Everything is orchestrated. Everything is orchestrated unless it's an act of God. And then I create a plan in order to deal with that. So I'm not going with the flow. I'm going to ask intentional questions from the beginning to assess whether or not this person at least seemingly wants the same things as me, right? Just like you on a job interview, you ask questions to see if this position is seemingly a good fit. You might find out 6 months down the line, a year down the line, that the environment is not as warm and accepting and comfortable or whatever. You might find that out later on, but I'm not signing up for a job and just hoping for the best. I don't sign up for school and just hope I get a degree. No, there is a track that you follow. I have to take my core classes first. Then I take my major classes, throw in some minors, make sure I don't have class on a Friday. Like, there's structure in life. So why would I not have structure in my dating life? It is unreasonable to ask anyone to go with any flow. I'm not flowing. You're wasting people's time and you're wasting your own time. And again, I'm going to say this again, and y'all don't like this. I appreciate the fact that the gentleman told her in the previous question he doesn't want to commit a relationship. I appreciate that the married man with the whole child told her 6 months in, I have the marriage and the child, the wife and the child. I appreciate the fact that this gentleman says he just wants to go with the flow. So you can choose accordingly, and you can flow your ass out of there, because I'm not playing games. Okay? Please. 9 minutes. Do I still talk to a guy who never showed up on our first date or talked to me after the date was set up? No. Are y'all trying to help me, like, formulate the mommy look? Is this what we're doing here? Is this really for my personal benefit? Like, okay, boom. Alison about to be a mommy. She needs to start working on that. I had it for 10 years. I was a teacher, so I got that. So I don't need that. So y'all not going to be sending me these questions because I don't know if this is for my personal development, right? My parental development, or y'all are dead serious. Okay? Now, Tyrone, I'm a push back on you. He said, I learned so much about women and how they think from Q&A. This is just a small sample. And I'm very particular about making it clear that men and women are not the same. Other than whatever biological X, Y, Z chromosomes and potential body parts and function biologically, we are very different. This is a very small sample and representation of people. Okay? So don't judge a book by its cover. Do I still talk to a guy who never showed up on our first date or talked to me after the date was set up? My question is, how would you talk to him? You said he didn't show up for the date, and you said he never talked to you after the first date was set up. How could you speak to him? He's not speaking to you. He's not speaking to you. So how could you be in a position to speak to him? I'm confused. But in case he reached out, hey, wait, we got to take a screenshot of this. Wait, I got to smile. Y'all see this in the comments? I'm ruining the video. I'm engaged thanks to you. Why? Thank you. I'm very excited to hear that. And you know I'm going to post this tomorrow. Tell me the deets. DM me and tell me the deets. Okay? It's clear to me, Tiff, that he ghosted her. So I don't even know how she would be in a position to talk to a guy who never showed up on the date or has talked to her after the date was set up. Did he reach out like months later? If that's the case, the answer is no. The answer is no. We do not give him a second chance. What kind of human being doesn't have the decency to text or to call to say, hey, unfortunately, something popped up. I'm not able to make the date. Can we reschedule? He clearly doesn't have any respect for you. You're going to move on. Okay? I hope I interpreted that question appropriately. Should you accept a Cash App from a guy you clearly stated, I guess what she means, stated to him you're not interested? Should you receive a Cash App from a guy who you clearly stated to him you're not interested? Well, let me say this. My understanding of Cash App is that it goes into your account, right? Like, I don't know if there's an acceptance per se. If it went on to your account, then it's already there, and it sucks to be him that he thinks that he can send you money to woo you. Good luck, Chuck, right? If you're in a position to accept or reject the funds, I would reject the funds. If you're in a position to accept or reject the funds, I would reject the funds. If it's already in your account, what you going to do? I'm not calling Cash App to I don't know, reverse the transaction. I'm not working that hard. Who told his stupid ass to send you money when you told him that you weren't interested? But if you're in a position where you could just click a screen and just click reject, then just click reject. Okay? Because I don't want no one feeling like they owe you something, even though it's his foolish fault. Okay? A guy claims he likes me, but never talks to me. I always hit him up. I don't know why. I'm losing it, guys. I got 5 minutes. A guy claims he likes me, but never talks to me. I always hit him up. Is this person serious? No, he is not. No, she is not. No, they are not. When it is mutually beneficial, meaning I like you and you like me, I'm going to hit you up sometimes. You're going to hit me up sometimes. You're going to ask to spend time with me sometimes. I'm going to ask you to spend time with me sometimes. Did I say the same thing twice? I don't know. Y'all get my point. It's mutual. So if you always, and I don't know because people be dragging it with this always and never, if you're always the one to hit him up, then this person is not serious. Okay? Stop playing with this person and stop allowing them to play with you. I don't know what's going on this week. I think people are playing with me because the questions are not usually this wild. But I love y'all and I appreciate y'all because y'all don't have to submit anything and then I have to train all week and I don't really like to train, I'll be honest with you. I'm doing it tomorrow though. Click the link in my bio. First button, live training 7 p.m. Okay? I like Q&A. It's way more entertaining, but the questions are off the hook this week. If you are new to my page, my name is Alison, and it's normally not like this. It's normally a little bit more serious, but we'll take what we can get because we're thankful they didn't have to share a thing, right? This will be the last question of the evening. He has everything I want, but still feels like it's something about him I don't like. He has everything I want, but still feel like it's something about him I don't like. So this could be a couple of things. One, it could legitimately be some kind of intuition. That there is a feeling that you have that there's something that's missing or something that's disingenuous. It could be legitimate, right? Or we could be coming from a place of fear. We could be coming from a place of fear. A place of this is too good to be true And so something must be wrong. And as a result that I know, like, Andrew says this term all the time. Some kind of Murphy's Law, I think it's called, where something will go wrong, it will. Sometimes you're coming from a place of fear, like, oh, it's too good to be true, so something must be wrong. So it could be either one. It could be that your intuition is legitimate. You're feeling something is off. You think this person's being disingenuous. They're not showing their true selves. There's a lie here. And many times we're true and we're correct in that regard. Okay? Sometimes we're coming from a place of fear, and it's easier to reject the things that seem too good to be true. Okay? Taylor says, don't always trust your gut, especially if you have a string of short-term relationships or no relationships with extra S's, right? So if you don't necessarily have the best track record, then how can you really trust your discernment, right? If you have a history of excellent discernment, you are able to analyze and pick up people's behavior, and you just are just so aware and so in tune, then okay, go with the gut. I would say, and this is what I recommend, and we're going to talk more about it on the training, right? You need to have your list of your non-negotiables. If someone meets the list and you're attracted to them, you continue to see them until they give you reason otherwise, like legitimate, hardcore, evidence-based reason otherwise, because you could be coming from a place of fear, a place of trauma. You may want to consider talking to a coach or a therapist. Talk it out. See if they can give you some insight. Not your friends. I love your friends. But not your friends necessarily. You want someone who does not have a dog in the fight. You want someone who's going to ask you the hard-hitting questions, that's not judging you, and who's only here to help you sift through whatever the issue is. Okay? That's what my recommendation will be. If I did not answer your question, I am sorry. It's only one of me, and there are 20-something of y'all. So we have a couple of options. Number one, you can resubmit your question next week. For every Wednesday, we have our live Q&A. You can join me tomorrow for the free training, The Partner You Deserve, live via Zoom. Click the link in my bio to register, and I will take questions after the training. Or if you want some intimacy, you want some privacy, you can also click the link in my bio and you can book a paid session, 30 minutes or an hour. Normally I get y'all together in 30 minutes. Don't even pay money for the hour, I'm gonna be honest. Like I think I've only spoken to one person one time for the whole hour. Ain't no refunds, love y'all. So you can do that, okay? I think that you guys are all amazing. I really appreciate the fact that you rock with me as long as you've been rocking with me. Thank you for your submissions, even though the questions were a little bit crazy this week. But hey, sometimes you need someone else to read it to realize how ridiculous you sound, okay? Hey, Sophia Hart, thank you. I love you too. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. Register. I know 601 gotta go. Love you. Bye.